I want to welcome everyone to this celebration of accomplishment. I am Dr. Randy Ryan, the 11th president of Chadron State College. Today, we gather for one of the oldest secular ceremonies in Western society, the conferring of academic degrees, as a symbol of intellectual attainment. The robes we wear link today's ceremony with its medieval past and remind us of the importance of higher education. I'm pleased so many of you could join us to celebrate our graduating class and to recognize the perseverance, hard work, and achievement of Chadron State College students. Please come forward to take pictures as you wish throughout the ceremony. We will begin this event with a moment of reflection to be delivered by Ms. Amy Deers, who is graduating today with a Master of Business Administration degree. Ms. Deers is from Hay Springs, Nebraska. Amy?
Good morning, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to reflect with you as a member of the class of 2019. I would like to start by acknowledging the support of all our family, friends, and colleagues, and thank them for their help and words of encouragement along the way. I've been privileged to have someone in my life that instilled the love of learning simply for learning's sake, that simply has become a part of who I am. Early in my career, I took a break from my undergraduate degree because I had an excellent work opportunity. And the passion and the degree I wasn't passionate about the degree I was seeking. I ended up losing that job due to downsizing after 9/11. And it made me realize not just the joy, but the importance of higher education. If I completed my degree, nobody could take that education away from me. I would always carry it with me in my experience. Recently, my boss asked me why I wanted my master's degree, and my response was because it would be stupid not to. The dignified response, of course, would be because of the low-cost opportunity offered by my employer, but you all know that's not me. Now, completing my undergraduate degree is one thing, but we all know how demanding a master's degree can be, especially when balanced with work and family life. When the coursework got tough, I kept going because it's not in me to not finish something that I've started. While I can't articulate how I've changed, I've gotten to watch growth and the change of my fellow classmates and this shared experience, and watching them has informed my growth in indescribable ways. Now this particular journey is coming to a close. I realize that something I never expected happened with the connections and relationships that were built. Our shared experience have made me a better person, especially the impact of our London-Dublin study abroad trip. While for some of us, this may be the end of our path in higher education, I would encourage you all to never stop seeking knowledge and growing in your life experiences. Why would you want to stop when there's still so much more to learn? Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. We are gathered here today to honor the graduates of the class of 2019. However, it is also important that we honor those people here today who have supported and encouraged you through the years. I would like to start by asking everyone in the audience who graduated from Chadron State College to stand and be recognized. Thank you. In many cases, the graduate who will walk across the stage today is the latest generation from families of multiple generations of CSC graduates. For some of you, you are the first generation in your family to graduate from CSC. Now, would the parents of the graduates please stand? Parents? Grandparents, would the grandparents please stand? Spouses, would the spouses of the graduates please stand? And the children of the graduates, would you please stand? Brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, and nephews, would you please stand? Yeah. And lastly, the friends and the sweethearts of the graduates, would you please stand? That should just about cover it. One more round of applause, please, for all those people who made it possible for the graduates to be standing before us today. Thank you. The other very special people who have made it possible for the graduates to be here today are the faculty and staff of Chadron State College. Would the faculty please stand and be recognized, and please remain standing. Faculty. Would the staff please stand and be recognized? The people standing before you have dedicated their talents and time to make possible what we celebrate here today. Thank you. Now, I would like to introduce to you the distinguished individuals joining me as members of the platform party. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Mr. Gary Bagansky, Chair of the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State Colleges. Dr. Joel Heyer, Dean of Graduate Studies in the School of Business, Mathematics, and Sciences. Dr. Robert Knight, Professor of Political Science and today's commencement speaker. Ms. Melissa Mitchell, our Registrar. Dr. James Margetts, Dean of Essential Studies in the School of Liberal Arts. And Dr. James Powell, Dean of Curriculum and Accreditation and the School of Professional Studies and Science. Please join me in recognizing these distinguished individuals. It is now my pleasure to invite Mr. Gary Bagansky to the podium to bring official greetings from the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State Colleges.
Good morning. On behalf of the Nebraska State College System Board of Trustees, it is my privilege to welcome you, President Ryan, platform members, faculty, staff, alumni, graduates, family members, and friends to the 2019 Chadron State College commencement ceremony. I want to congratulate the students here today receiving their graduate degrees from Chadron State College. All of you have worked hard, been determined, and have made an excellent effort to bring you to this point, a celebration of one of the greatest milestones of your academic career. I also want to thank and congratulate all of you who have supported these students through their graduate work. Today, you share in their accomplishments. Someone, named Anonymous, once said, "There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs." As you well know, there are no shortcuts to success. Receiving your graduate degree today is a great step in your future. However, it does not signify the end, but rather the beginning of a long journey, a journey filled with challenges. Your work here at Chadron State College has prepared you to meet these challenges and be successful. Make Chadron State College proud by being a hardworking, innovative, and committed individual. Be ethical in your future work and lead a life of meaning and impact and be willing to make a difference. As a member of the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State College system, President Ryan, I invest you with the power and authority to grant degrees to these, our great graduates of Chadron State College. Thank you very much.
Today's speaker, Dr. Robert Knight, has taught a variety of courses at Chadron State College over the past 11 years, including Introduction to Political Science, U.S. Politics and Government, American Political Thought, Politics and Religion, and International Politics. Comparative legislative politics with a focus on legislative process in Mexico is Dr. Knight's specialty and the focus of his research work. As a teenager growing up in San Diego, just a 15-minute drive from Mexico, he first became curious about the systems of government that gave rise to the stark differences in living conditions he observed on occasional visits across the border. Following his retirement this month, he and his wife, Louise, will be moving back to San Diego, where their daughter lives. He hopes to teach 1 or 2 classes a semester in comparative politics at one of the many higher education institutions in the area. Moving to California means leaving the friendly people, lack of traffic, and small-town atmosphere of Chadron, he said, but he won't miss shoveling snow. Well, maybe we can send you some in the mail. I am proud to invite Dr. Knight to the podium to deliver the commencement address. Dr. Knight.
I had no idea how bright these lights are, but I'm sure there's a lot of smiling faces out there I wish I could see. It's truly an honor to deliver this commencement address. You have worked hard to earn your degrees. I am confident that your efforts will pay off greatly in your careers. Commencement speakers traditionally offer sage advice on how to succeed professionally. Instead, I intend to offer advice on citizenship, given that I am a political scientist. Why should you care for such advice? There are 2 basic reasons. First, a person only becomes a truly complete individual in association with others. As Aristotle famously wrote, we are social animals. We achieve fulfillment by helping others. We avoid enemy by forming our identity and values in the context of mutual responsibilities and the joy of fellowship. We gain self-esteem when we contribute to our communities. Success is an empty gold, untethered from other values. It will not satisfy our deepest needs for love and companionship. Second, it is in our self-interest to be civically engaged. De Tocqueville called this self-interest well understood. Civic participation is essential to a healthy democracy. It creates social capital. If we build networks of trust and reciprocity, we can use these investments in civic norms, skills, and relationships to solve our common problems. We underappreciate how much our own welfare depends on a healthy society and good democratic governance. Democracies face the free rider problem. It is individually rational for you not to be civically engaged. It costs you time and money. Let others do the work necessary to build social capital. But if we all made such an individually rational choice, clearly our democracy would perish. What is rational for you is irrational for the collectivity. You will lose the benefits of a healthy democratic society if others make the same choice to free ride. Community leaders can make a difference in mobilizing their fellow citizens to civic engagement. Michael Sustin calls these leaders spark plugs. They ignite the flames of civic participation. As citizens with advanced education, you possess the skills to be these spark plugs. Hopefully, I've convinced you of the importance of civic engagement and the leadership role that you must play. The question before us now is how best to be a civic leader. I propose to you the following principles. Be pragmatic, not ideological. Seek to achieve empathetic understanding of those with whom you disagree. Be well informed, consider arguments from all sides. Be skeptical and trusting at the same time. Support limits on power, even when those you support are in power. Recognize the limits of human reason and objectivity. Understand and appreciate our constitutional system. America has been noted for its pragmatism. Pragmatism is solutions-oriented. It disdains abstract theory that offers utopian answers to our problems. It is an approach grounded in evidence. If it works, use it. A pragmatic approach would seek to find common ground and negotiate compromises. But this is not the approach our political leaders are taking today. Ordinary citizens must share the blame, however. We reward position-taking over problem-solving. Politicians take rigid ideological stands to win elections. The resulting partisan polarization is leading to failed government. Only when citizens reward pragmatism will we return to productive governance. Such pragmatism is only possible if we view our fellow citizens with respect. This requires empathetic understanding. It also requires that we assume benevolent motives by those with whom we disagree until proven wrong. To assume otherwise is to ensure the failure of negotiations over public policies. It may satisfy our sense of righteousness, but it will not solve our problems. The media plays an important role in creating a political culture of cynicism, distrust, and polarization. Cable news and social media enable us to live within our own information bubbles. The result is tribal politics. Entertainment media have fostered cynicism and distrust. It portrays politicians as corrupt and self-seeking. We have gone from the naivete of Mr. Smith Goes to Washington to the House of Cards. This cynical picture of politics is even less accurate than the Pollyannish picture of old. Politicians are generally motivated by the public good. Yes, politics corrupts. This is why we must hold them accountable. We must be skeptical and trusting at the same time, a difficult balance to achieve, but one essential to democratic legitimacy. We must recognize our limitations. Human beings tend to be driven by emotions and prone to errors in reasoning. Demagogues will manipulate public opinion if given the opportunity. If we expect democracy to be orderly and efficient, we will be sadly disappointed. If we believe that there are better alternatives to the chaos of democratic politics, we may support political alternatives that will only make matters worse. To quote Winston Churchill, democracy is the worst form of government, except for all those other forms that have been tried from time to time. Be modest in your expectations for democratic governance, and we will likely achieve more. Do not let the perfect be the enemy of the good. All societies must share some common beliefs and values to achieve social stability and good governance. Americans are divided over race, ethnicity, class, region, and ideology. Of late, we are becoming more so. Some have argued that Americans share a common civic religion, rooted in the founding principles of liberty, equality, and opportunity. There are good reasons to be skeptical of this argument, but we are a pluralistic society. Only a shared commitment to principles that transcend our differences will provide the glue needed to hold us together. Finally, I urge you as civic leaders to become knowledgeable of our constitutional system. American politics has largely been a contestation over constitutional interpretation. In the spirit of pragmatism, we should deliberate over constitutional issues with an appreciation that these are exceedingly difficult issues with no obvious answers. Foundational to our constitutional system is checks and balances. The framers created a system of government that would protect liberty, a governmental system in which ambition checks ambition, to quote Madison. This is not a recipe for efficiency and decisiveness. It is a system that demands deliberation and compromise. It inhibits radical change, but allows for incremental reforms. Politicians and citizens alike have become impatient with this system. The result is polarization, with gridlock replacing incrementalism. As civic leaders, it is important for the health of our democracy that you are engaged, acting as spark plugs to encourage others to be engaged. But mere engagement will not necessarily produce social cohesion and greater equity and prosperity. How one participates matters. Given our form of government and human nature, expectations should be modest. We must respect our fellow citizens, not impugning their motives. We must seek common ground and compromise. We must be satisfied with incremental improvements. This approach will make America a better place to live. Congratulations on your achievement and earning your master's degree from Chadron State College. Put what you have learned to good use in your careers and as civic spark plugs. Thank you.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, the students, and the administration, thank you, Dr. Knight, for your inspiring words and for your years of service to Chadron State College. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Education please rise and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Master of Business Administration please rise and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Master of Education please rise and remain standing? And will the candidates for the Master of Science in Organizational Management please rise and remain standing? President Ryan, upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty and the academic deans, I recommend to you these candidates for conferring upon them the Master of Arts in Education, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and the Master of Science in Organizational Management degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Heyer. By virtue of the authority vested in me as president of Chadron State College by the Board of Trustees of the Nebraska State Colleges, and upon the recommendation of the graduate faculty, I confer upon you the degrees of Master of Arts in Education, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Science in Organizational Management, with all the rights, privileges, benefits, and responsibilities appertaining thereto.
Academic deans, Dr. James Margetts and Dr. James Powell, will assist with the hooding of the graduates along with the candidate's advisor. Please come forward for your hooding and to receive your diplomas. Family members, feel free to come forward for photographs. Master of Arts in Education, Educational Administration, Matthew Scott Baker. Hooded by Dr. Hank McCallum. Master of Education, Curriculum and Instruction, Reading Specialist, Amanda K. Dietrich. Hooded by Dr. Hank McCallum. Master of Education, Curriculum and Instruction, Elementary, Sarah E. Rodacher. Hooded by Dr. Hank McCallum. Master of Arts in Education, Educational Administration, Devin Ray Reisner. Hooded by Dr. Hank McCallum. Master of Education, Curriculum and Instruction, Special Education, Whitney Marie Spencer. Hooded by Dr. Hank McCallum. Master of Education, Curriculum and Instruction, Reading Specialist, Cheryl Lynn Wall. Hooded by Dr. Hank McCallum. Master of Arts in Education, Clinical Mental Health Counseling, Renee Dawn Calder. Hooded by Dr. Susan Schaefer. Master of Arts in Education, Clinical Mental Health Counseling, Candace Nicole Nelson. Hooded by Dr. Susan Schaefer. Master in Arts in Education School Counseling, Rebecca Dubbs. Hooded by Dr. Kathleen Woods. Master in Arts in Education, Clinical Mental Health Counseling, Lalele Nomura. Hooded by Dr. Kathleen Woods.
You're doing a nice job.
Master of Arts in Education, Cami Jo Floria. Education Administration, hooded by Dr. Dawn King. Master of Arts in Education, Educational Administration, Chelsea Klein, hooded by Dr. Dawn King.
Good, how are you doing? Good.
Master of Arts in Education, Educational Administration, Jacob Jeffrey Martin, hooded by Dr. Dawn King.
Surprise me. Sure. Yeah, I don't care.
Master in Arts in Education, Educational Administration, Katie Lynn Ranta, hooded by Dr. Dawn King. Master of Arts in Education, Educational Administration, Bo Vogelai, hooded by Dr. Dawn King. Master of Arts in Education, Educational Administration, Nicole Herblin, hooded by Dr. Lori Hahn. Master of Arts in Education, Educational Administration, Athanya Kars, hooded by Dr. Lori Hahn. Master of Business Administration, Scott Owen Blackman, hooded by Dr. Gary Duzick. Master of Business Administration, John Navarro, hooded by Dr. Gary Dusick. Master of Business Administration, Spencer Alexander Ryan, hooded by Dr. Gary Dusick. Master of Business Administration, Brianna Wheeler. hooded by Dr. Gary Dusick. Master of Business Administration, Lena Jo Brummels, hooded by Dr. Nathaniel Gallegos. Master of Business Administration, Amy Deers, hooded by Dr. Nathaniel Gallegos. Master of Business Administration, Marcella Elizabeth Luton, hooded by Dr. Nathaniel Gallegos. Master of Science in Organizational Management, Human Services, Andrea Aratani Graham, hooded by Dr. Kathleen Kirsch. Master of Science in Organizational Management, Human Services, Michelle Lynn Johnson, hooded by Dr. Kathleen Kirsch. Master of Science in Organizational Management, Human Services, Katie Elizabeth Solomon, hooded by Dr. Kathleen Kirsch. Master of Science in Organizational Management, Human Services, Denise Ann Work, hooded by Dr. Kathleen Kirsch. Master of Science in Organizational Management, Human Services, Heather E. Berry, hooded by Dr. Shonda French Collins. Master of Science in Organizational Management, Human Services, Sherry Michelle Jones, hooded by Dr. Joshua Ellis. Let's have a final applause for the class of 2019. Please be seated.
Is that all of them back? For him to return. Before we conclude today's commencement exercises, I would like to recognize and thank a few individuals who have contributed to this event. Our two student marshals, Ms. Charmaine Strong is a member of the CSC chapter of Cardinal Key National Honorary Sorority, and Mr. Brandon Kyle is a member of the CSC chapter of Blue Key Honorary Fraternity. Ms. Amy Deers is the student who provided the opening moment of reflection, and student providing the closing moment of reflection is Ms. Katie Ranta from Rapid City, South Dakota. Mr. Bobby Pace for providing the music, Mr. Alex Helmbrecht, Director of College Relations, Ms. Tina Cook, Marketing Coordinator, Ms. Colette Fernandez and Ms. Marianne Mowry, Records Office staff, Ms. Melissa Mitchell, Registrar, Ms. Shelley Johns and Melody Carnahan from the Conferencing Office, Ms. Carrie Gaswick, Vice President for Administration and Finance, and the maintenance staff at Chadron State College. I want to invite everyone in attendance to join us for a reception in honor of our graduates in the lobby immediately upon adjournment. Ms. Katie Ranta will now give the closing moment of reflection. Katie graduated today with her Master of Arts in Education degree. Katie?
Oh, it's bright. No one can ever take an education away from you. Growing up, that's what my parents always said to me. No one can ever take an education away from you. Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. We finally did it. You should be extremely proud of yourselves. We have accomplished something that many never will, the completion of a graduate degree. Some of you accomplished this while working a full-time job, raising a family, drinking a lot of adult beverages, or maybe all of these at once. Years of commitment, studying, essays, tests, and stress have led us to this day. Throughout this journey, we have gained friendships, experiences, and if you are like me, a few gray hairs. My name is Katie Ranta, and I'm honored and humbled to be standing before you, representing the many voices and stories of the graduates of Chadron State College. 10 years ago, when I arrived on CSC's campus to pursue my bachelor's degree, I never would have imagined the great relationships I would have made and the valuable life lessons I have learned. My time as a Chadron State Eagle would be ones I would cherish forever. The support from our professors, community, and classmates has helped me succeed into the professional I am today. Earning my degree has not been easy. There have been many times I've wanted to give up, and without the support and love of my family, I might have done that. I would like to thank my fiance, Aaron, my family, especially my mom and dad, for telling me to never give up and to keep working to better myself. I am thankful for your support and guidance. I'd like to thank all of my classmates, professors, and CSC family for your endless camaraderie. I would love to stand up here and reminisce on all the great memories, complain about all the homework and tests we've endured, and lecture you about all the pointers you should remember to take with you for the rest of your life. But I'm sure all of you are prepared. You've been dreaming about this day for weeks, months, and years, and you know exactly what you need to do. It is your time to shine. My advice to you is this: go and do it. Follow your dreams. Work hard and relentlessly until those dreams come true, and let nothing stand in your way. Remember that no one can ever take away your education. CSC graduates, congratulations and good luck in your future.
Thank you, Katie. Will the audience please rise and remain standing during the recessional while the graduates and the faculty exit? We are now adjourned.